You captured that. Nice.
Max, congratulations. This season's Player of the Year. What does it mean to you to be selected for this award by your peers?
Yeah, it means a lot, obviously, to get voted by my teammates, to get the awards. Obviously, something that's really special. And yeah, it's been a good season for me personally, but more importantly than any individual awards is the collective, and it's been a really good season for us as a team and as a group. Everyone's contributed. Even players, staff, fans. It's been a really good year for us as a group and as a club.
We'll touch on the year as a club, as a group in a little while, but for you on a personal level, firstly, how have you found the step up and how has this season been for you?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I think it's been a lot. Obviously a lot of people say how tough it's going to be, and I've certainly found it challenging. I think a lot of the games have been really close, and a lot of one goal games, where we've either won by a goal or maybe lost by a goal. And that's just sort of shows the standard of the league, how tough it's been. But as I've said before, I've sort of tried to adapt with the club and grow with the club, and I think this year I've managed to do that, thankfully. And yeah, it's just been another really successful year for the football club.
When you've been competing in such a tough league with so many teams vying for promotion, is that the moment where that squad togetherness, that ability across the board really comes to the fore?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're fortunate that we've been able to experience those sort of close contention run-ins into the final part of the season, and yeah, that certainly helps that we've had that experience. But we've added year on year, and the lads that came in last year and came in this summer have added a lot of quality. But more importantly, a lot of lads say, and they're dead right, that they're added good people. It's an absolute pleasure to sort of be part of the changing room, and you've got real close-knit bonds in there between players and staff, and obviously players together. I think it's a real privilege to come in every day and work here at this football club.
You've been a part of all 3 promotions now. What's it been like to be a part of this squad this season?
Yeah, each one's sort of been a little bit different. Obviously the first year sort of was maybe relief that we'd sort of finally got up to the Football League, and then last year, we probably maybe expected to go up, and then this year no one really knew what to expect. We were quietly sort of confident that with the players we'd added in the squad we already had, that we could more than compete, and it was just about sort of taking it game by game. Even though that's really cliche, it was sort of true. And yeah, the gaffer and the squad, it's been a real good season for us all, and yeah, sort of, as I said, a privilege to be a part of.
You've had another season of progression. What sort of impact has the squad had on your own journey?
Yeah, massive. I think from when I first joined, the beginning, I've had a lot of players to look up to, and each year that sort of continued. Especially this year, your likes of James McLean, Stephen Fletcher, lads like that who have had top careers at the top level. It's impossible not to learn off them. And yeah, it's a sort of, as I said, a real honour to be part of the squad. And as I said, sort of, individual awards are nice, but the collective goal is the most important. And to get over the line and get back-to-back promotions and make history is something that can never be took away from us as a group. And yeah, it was a pleasure to be a part of.
Just finally, as a part of that collective, season in the Championship next season, what do you think about that one?
I can't wait. I think obviously it's going to be a real tough challenge. It's one of the most competitive leagues out there, but it's something that we've got to look forward to, and it's a new challenge. We've sort of become accustomed to having to adapt to a higher league each summer, so I can't wait, and it's going to be really tough, but we're going to give it our all and see where we end up.
Thank you very much, Max.
Thank you.